like for you, you're not really worried about losing weight. You're thinking more about gaining weight here. And for most
Yeah.
people, is weight loss is a big thing.
Yeah. I know.
And but what's really important there is to make sure you're actually eating enough, because people tend to go through heavy restriction thinking this is what I need to do. Like I had a former client who was like, "Oh, I know I need to eat 800 calories a day, then I'll be losing weight," and like it was put into that person's mind that this is the only way you can do
Oh
it.
my
And I
God,
was
I'd
like,
die. Oh,
yeah, and I came in and I was like, all right, here's a set of the habits. We're going to develop them, but there is absolutely no way under my watch you're eating less than absolute minimum. You're not going to eat less than 1,300 calories. And like I was like, there's no way that's happening. And it was just such a wild change in thought. It was just, I know, surely I'm supposed to do that. But when you're doing that, you create all sorts of like responses physiologically, which essentially, people can liken it to the starvation mode. Is like there's only so much change that your body will make before it goes, I'm just not getting enough energy, so I'm going to slow down the metabolism over time. And it's like you actually and it's not just the metabolism, but you will the other things that affect it is like, for example, like your basal metabolic rate is just how much energy, what is my metabolism, how many calories am I burning on a day where I'm just doing nothing, I'm just lying down essentially. And then you figure that rate out, and then that can drop if you're basically not consuming enough energy,
okay.
because your body's like, I want to conserve. But it's the other things as well. Like when you're conserving like that, the next biggest thing that is associated with calorie burn is actually your what's called NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis, which just basically means the calories you burn moving around, like doing day-to-day stuff, which
Okay.
isn't specifically exercise.
Okay.
So that could be literally, I'm sitting here, I'm moving my hand around, I'm fidgeting.
Uh-huh.
That is NEAT. That is non-exercise activity thermogenesis going on,
Okay.
and and so that goes down. That's actually the next biggest chunk of your calorie expenditure for the day. Like, believe it or not, people think it's exercise. Is like, it's actually not.
No,
That
it's your
is,
movement throughout the day,
yeah,
right?
that's it. Yeah, your baseline level of movement throughout the day. So that will go down automatically, because your brain just knows. It's like, I can't let you do anything because you're heavily restricted here. So I'm going
Right.
to
That's
stop that from
interesting.
happening. So you will you will not expend as many calories as well, and then the effort you can put into your exercise goes down. Yeah, there's all those things, and naturally you end up conserving more calories as well. So you're like, I'm eating. Let's use that example. I'm eating 800 calories. I'm not losing weight. It's like,
That's why.
because
Yeah.
that's, yeah, that you're in a bad spot. We're not going
Oh,
to do that. You start to eat enough to be able to support your levels of activity. You become more active. You have more NEAT going on, and therefore you start to increase your calorie expenditure again at a healthy level, and you'll be able to lose that weight again. You start to shift it. So there is actually an argument for a lot of people who do go on this weight loss journey, is like, just make sure you're eating enough, because and then when you're doing what you're doing, is like, you're eating enough calories to support Pilates and running, but now you're
yeah.
going to be doing strength training, and with strength training you're going to put on muscle tissue. Muscle tissue is more metabolically active, so you need to consume more calories to be able to handle that level of activity, and also
Okay.
handle the muscle tissue that you're gaining as well. Otherwise, it's just you're putting a brake on your. You're basically trying to move forward with the handbrake on. Like, if you're not eating enough, but you're incorporating this level of training. So yeah, just make sure you are eating enough.